Welcome to episode number 25 of the Jimmy Canz Show. Classic Supercard Retrospective. Let's get into it. Bunkhouse Stampede 88. Whew, this one's going to hurt. All right. It was an NWA event promoted by Jim Crockett Promotions and held on January 24th, 1988 from the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, New York. Attendance was a dismal 6,000 people, 11,000 under the potential capacity of the Nassau Coliseum. It was broadcast on pay-per-view and later released on home video through Turner Home Entertainment. Vince gets JCP again, as on the same night as Bunkhouse Stampede, the WWF aired the first ever Royal Rumble on cable via the USA Network. So honestly, a better battle royal concept that doesn't cost the fan anything extra to view. If it wasn't clear with the Starrcade Survivor Series stuff, the gloves are off. Vince is coming, and he's coming hard, and he's going to make sure that his company crushes and ends everyone else. It's plain and simple. So like the Survivor Series, just 4 matches on this card. However, as only the Bunkhouse Stampede match was a large multi-man match, with the other 3 just being single title matches, I don't understand this booking of such a small card. Just, for your money, it's a pay-per-view. So you're asking people to turn around and shell out money for a 4-match card, where only one of them's a multi-man match. It's gonna, and the other ones are just singles matches. It's an entirely different animal than what Survivor Series was with multi-man elimination matches. Obviously you can't have too many of those because they're long matches. So again, just bad booking decisions and bad decisions in general. So the action was called by Jim Ross and Bob Caudle. So let's talk about it. All right. Out of the gate, we get an NWA Television Championship match. Champion, the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff, versus one half of the United States Tag Team Champion, Midnight Express, and that being beautiful Bobby Eaton, with James E. Cornette, who had, of course, Big Bubba Rogers with him to watch his back. 20 minutes of endless Bobby Eaton hammerlocks on Koloff, just for Koloff to retain in a time limit draw. So here we go again. Let's open the show with another time limit draw. Classic Jim Crockett Promotion booking. We saw that at Starrcade. With the 6-man, we saw it at where else was it? The first bash with Landell and Ron Bass and everything. So I just don't understand their booking decisions. It's like, let's open every card with a time limit draw. Whatever. Let's get on to the next one. Second match of the night was for the short-lived NWA Western States Heritage Championship. Woo! We all love that title. I mean, that's got such a rich history. Champion at the time was Barry Windham, and he was defending against living legend Larry Zbyszko, who was accompanied by Baby Doll. So this is another near 20-minute match, only to give us a foreign object finish, as Baby Doll passes Zbyszko her shoe, which he would hit Windham with before pinning him to capture the title. So, side note on this one here is Zbyszko would be the final NWA Western Heritage Champion. He's the second and final, as he would hold the title for about a year before he just ended up leaving the NWA for the AWA, and they decided just to retire the title. So, really, pointless match. Third match on the card for the NWA World Championship. Representing the Four Horsemen, of course, was champion Nature Boy Ric Flair, with James J. Dillon in his corner. and he was taking on one half of the Road Warriors in Hawk, and he had Precious Paul Ellering with him in his corner. Um, oh, chaotic cluster of a match. Um, Flair ends up losing the match after 20 plus minutes by DQ after hitting Hawk with a chair. So he gets DQ'd, but hangs onto so loses the match, but hangs onto the title. Um, so, 3 matches in, we have a draw, for an object finish, and now a DQ. Oh, bad. Oh, this is bad. So we just have the 8-man Bunkhouse Stampede match left to try and save this card. Oh, obviously, the Bunkhouse Stampede was the biggest cluster of them all. All right. Let me explain what a Bunkhouse Stampede match is for those of you that don't understand. All right. It's a battle royal in a steel cage. Who thought this one up? Honestly. I mean, the entire point of a battle royal is to toss people out of the ring, and the entire point of a cage is to keep people in. So let's combine these two, which means that you only have one tiny door to get people out of, or you have to try and awkwardly work spots to get people over the cage walls. I mean, anybody think this is a good idea? I mean, oh. Anyway, the participants in this were from the Horsemen, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, Paul Jones's newly formed Powers of Pain, which consisted of the Barbarian and the Warlord, the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, a now babyface Total Package Lex Luger, Freudian slip, Lex Luger, and the other half of the Road Warriors Animal, as well as the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. So, no real shock that this, match is going to have to be pretty long with multiple people in it. So we go 15 minutes before we get our first elimination, and that happens when Animal eliminated Ivan by an over the cage elimination. Animal then got Warlord out through the door before he himself was kicked through the door by Barbarian. Tully, Arn, and Luger all eliminate each other when they all three tumbled out of the door. As they were kind of working a spot there. It was planned, but so now you just have the Barbarian and Dusty left. Dusty had won the 2 previous Bunkhouse Stampede matches, which were just house show matches. Before this, actual broadcasted event. Dusty still has the book, so yes, Dusty wins this one too. I don't know what to say here. This is our second straight commercial failure, really, for Jim Crockett Promotions. Again, going outside their comfort zone of the Southeast. And this time in the WWE's backyard. Huge mistake, obviously. Like I said, you got a 17,000 capacity arena and you only sold, 6,000 seats. You're putting this on pay-per-view. And Vince and company are turning around and being like, hey, we got a battle royal. You can watch it just on regular cable. You don't have to spend extra money. Like I said, you only offer a 4-match card. 3 of the 4 matches have, kind of screwball finishes. Like I said, a draw for an object finish and a DQ. I don't know. And then, like I said, and then the Bunkhouse Stampede in general, the concept just is awful. So, you combine that with, a free WWF Battle Royal concept that was, a better concept. Um, it was, it was their first foray into their concept. I mean, this was the first go around for the Rumble. So, but we all know it's a better concept. But what are you going to do? I got to give it a rating. Ugh. This is an awful show. Bunkhouse Stampede 88. 10 bells, 1 out of 10. I mean, this was just an awful show. Um, so, next up, in my classic retrospectives, we'll discuss the Royal Rumble 88. Again, Royal Rumble wasn't a perfect show either, but it was a heck of a lot better than this. They had to fine tune the Rumble a little bit after this, but the foundation was laid with it. So we'll get into that. And then another thing I want to throw out here, just let's have some fun with the channel and everything like that. So I'm going to stick up a graphic right now. There it is, mystery belt. Take a look at it. See if you can guess what title I'm showing right now. Post your guesses down below, as well as any additional thoughts or comments you might have on the channel. Like I said, I'll do my best to respond. And then when I do the Rumble retrospective, I will reveal what this title is. So I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Give the channel a like, a share, and a subscribe. And I will see you guys when I see you.